Hello, this is Cheeky Witch again, doing yet another haul. Of course, I'm going to try to film either making some candles today, because I need to make some for a Facebook trade for some more books. I have too many books, but I'm doing a Facebook trade for more books. So I'll try to maybe film, or at least take pictures of some of that, and maybe like a short like YouTube challenge video or something like that. I actually realized that I have a few more things that I should have put in here. Good thing they're right next to me. Okay. Well, first of all, I just got these in the mail from Amazon. I cannot recommend enough going on Amazon and looking at the used section for pagan books, especially if you don't have a store near you that sells them. I can go to Barnes & Noble and buy a lot of the books, not all of them, and definitely not the older books, but then I have to pay full price, and they're very expensive, and I'm very broke. I still spend more money than I should, but I'd rather have a bunch of books than one or two. So I got Divination for Beginners, which is a Scott Cunningham book. I'm trying to get all of his books eventually, so I've ordered a bunch of them, but it's in like new condition. It's technically a used book. I can't remember how much I spent on this, but I'm sure it was like $4 plus $4 in shipping, or like $3. Like, a lot of my books have been like a penny plus $4 in shipping. Like, and I have had them in like great condition. As long as you go through a reputable person, read the description. I only have one book that's remotely damaged, and it has a torn, like, it's very old. It has like a little tear like in the cover, like right here where the edge got torn, and it's a very like worn, and just like the cover is like, instead of being stiff like this and nice, it's like really soft and worn out, because it's like a book from like the 70s or something. It's super old, but for it being out of print and very old and being very inexpensive, I'm willing to deal with there being a rip on that cover. It's not that big a deal to me. The next thing I got is 1001 Spells. I've been kind of eyeing this book for a while, and it's very expensive at Barnes & Noble. Even more than what it says, like, on the back, that it's, like, 20 bucks. If I remember correctly, this is quite a bit more expensive at Barnes & Noble than that. And I was not going to pay that. It was too much. And this is actually a new copy, because I looked under both to see what the best price would be. For new with Prime shipping, this was only $12, which is significantly cheaper than $20. So I decided to get it. And I thought that would be a good way to start out, because I like making my own spells, but I thought this would be a good kind of starting place, idea book kind of thing. Next, I'll do these ones over here. Next, I actually got a new dream journal, because I've been wanting to dream journal, and I actually have it set up over here on my nightstand. Whoop. Like that, on my little book end there. It's actually grid paper, which I don't love, but this was $3 at Target in the little Target section. It says Dream. It's in a super pretty color. So I figured this would at least be a good starting point. I also have my meditation journal over there with a little Buddha on it. But I already had this in a haul because I got that from Home Goods. The other thing I got was, there's a little local store here in town, well, in Moorhead, called Mother's. It's actually like a hippie stoner record store, and they sell like pipes and whatever. But they have a little witchy section in the back. And I'm actually kind of sad. My friend was going to buy, they had a tiny cauldron. Like, just like, you know, like little one like that big maybe. That had a pentacle on it for like $12. And she really wanted it because she needs a cauldron. And they'd already sold it by the time we got there. But they had this book, A Witch Alone, The Essential Guide for the Solo Practitioner of Magical Arts, which I thought looked really, really, really good. This doesn't have the price tag on it, but it was only about $8, and it's in great condition. It's not at all damaged. They had quite a few new books for full price and a couple of used books, but the other used books were ones that I either already had or they're in poor condition and I didn't want to spend the money on. I'd rather order them at a slightly higher cost online and get one that's doesn't have pages falling out or something. And then new books, I might as well order them online and pay less money, usually by ordering used. So this was the only one that I got book-wise from there. But I did, however, find this, the Imperial Dragon Oracle. And these cards are absolutely gorgeous. It's really skinny. There's only like a few cards in here, but it's really pretty. I'll have to show these cards off and like show off my card collection because I have a whole chest of cards. So I'll probably do that one day. But these are about $8, which isn't that expensive. And I just really like these. Like, you can kind of see the style. I just absolutely love these. So I had to pick these up. They did have some used decks there, other than this too. But they're kind of hit and miss for quality. And they had, like, sage sticks and stuff. But nothing too serious. Then on to Savers. This is actually 2 days of Savers trips. I got Native American Crafts and Skills, which is kind of interesting. This was, I think, like $2. But it actually shows you like how to make arrows, how to make clothes, how to start fires, how to do like all kinds of, how to make a wigwam, like all kinds of stuff. I'm actually quarter Native American, and then I have a friend who's almost fully Native American, and so I thought this would be interesting. If I don't end up using it or wanting it, I'm sure she'll want to at least look at it. It is pretty inexpensive. Next, I got this bad boy, Myth and Magic. When you can see it says forward by Peter Jackson. This is actually artwork based, not entirely, but mostly off like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And it's just a bunch of artwork. It's an art book. And it's just, like, look at this. This is supposed to be Smaug in The Hobbit. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. Like, I can't even tell you how much I love this. And there's Gandalf. It's just so pretty. And this was only $4. So, I mean, I normally don't spend that much on books at Savers, but it's just so nice and it's in great condition. I did also get I'm not really sharing the like normal books that I got because they're kind of boring, but they had J.R.R. Tolkien, the Silmarillion maybe, and it was actually edited by his son. This is the first book that Tolkien ever started writing, but it's the last one because he didn't actually finish it entirely, which is why his son edited it. But it's actually a prequel to Lord of the Rings. But he started writing it before and he didn't finish it, like, technically. But he had all the information, so his son just finished putting it together for him after he died. So I found that for like 99 cents, so I had to have that too. Next up is this candlestick. I'm trying to do an earthenware altar for my earth altar because I want to have an elemental altar for each element. Right now I only have a water one. I'm working on air and earth mostly now. I'm not sure. My biggest problem is finding a place to put them, not necessarily getting items. But I've been finding really beautiful earthenware, like this candle stick. And this was only 99 cents, so I thought I'd pick it up for that. So I'd have a nice center piece for a candle. I already have a really pretty chalice and a vase for it. So I'm trying to get, like, I also have a little cauldron, like this type of material, this earthenware material that was like my first ever cauldron. It's not really a cauldron, it doesn't have legs, but it works. And I thought that was just pretty, and I could use it for that. Next up is this little bag of goodies. This is $5, and as you can see, they're little corked vials, and they are glass. As you can tell, or maybe you can't tell, kind of tell, this one's cracked. Which is kind of sad. I didn't realize that one was cracked. But it looks like the rest of them are fine. And there's also a bunch of amber glass corked bottles in the back, which was what I mainly wanted this for anyway. These are nice, but they're a little harder to use unless you're just making decorative necklaces, which I probably will use these for, but yeah, I'm kind of sad that one's broken, but 'tis life. Stay. Next I have some of these silicone molds. This one is $1.99, and it's a nice pretty flower pattern, and I like that it has a couple sizes. I've been making either wax tarts, or I want to try to make solid lotion bars and bubble bars and all that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to find more molds that are a little bit bigger sized, so I can make like a soap bar, and it wouldn't be, you know, like that's a more decent soap bar, where this is more like a sample size soap bar, or a lotion bar or whatever. So there's that. Then I figured these, and there's 2 of them. And these are super like nice squishy ones. Would be good for either nice square wax melts or something of that nature. Maybe even I don't know if you've seen, like, you put them in your garbage disposal of your sink, and they're like basically like mini bath bombs. And I've seen people use these to make those. But these are also $1.99 each. And for how cheap they were and how expensive these actually are to buy, and they're in great shape, they just need to be cleaned good, I decided to get those as well. Next up is this pretty peacock box. This is actually an old candle box for a soy candle. I'm not sure. I might keep this because it is very beautiful. It was only $1.99. Or I might use this to gift my friends some candles or something. Because I have a friend at work who is the one who gave me my the ridiculous amount of witchy books that she gave me. That used to be her mother's. And she has a whole peacock themed bathroom. She's like completely obsessed with peacocks. So I might end up giving that to her. I'll do these first. I got 2 packs of cork tiles that are round, and they're rounded on the edge. They were $1.99 each. Apparently they're originally from IKEA. I didn't even notice that. I thought these would be a good craft project. I could either use these to make stuff for other people or use them myself. I was even thinking of covering them either in paint or fabric and putting like a pencicle on it, and then using them to somehow make like a visual altar almost, or a decorative piece over my altars, or just to display pictures and notes and stuff around my apartment. Worst that happens is I'll use these to craft to give to somebody else. And then I also got some little mini taper candles. I love these for spells because they're a little bit different than just a basic chime candle. They're a little bit different than like just using a tea light or whatever. To me, these are like really good spell candles, and it was $1.50 for all of those. And they're kind of like, you can tell they transfer colors and are all stained, but they're all unused. And I really like some of the colors, and I don't mind the color transfer that much. So I thought those would be good. Next, and I'm actually really surprised I found this. My friend and I both went, and she got one too that's like square instead of the lacy pattern, and it says poison and has like the skull and crossbones and stuff on it. This is actually meant to go with these, and it's a like, I think it's a cupcake stand is the right way to say it, but where they would be like stacked up like kind of like that, and then you'd have the handle through it. But these are actually the Wiccan lace pattern from Home Goods, which Home Goods has right now. Like, you can go pick this up right now at Home Goods. I don't know if you can see. Wiccan lace, fine china. And all this is really dirty. Like, it's undamaged. There's nothing wrong with it. I just took it apart because it's easier to wrap, and then I need to clean it still, so I didn't want to put it back together just to take it apart again. But you can see they didn't even use this, and if you can kind of tell, it was 12 something before, and I paid $6 for it. I actually have the matching plates for this, and I want to pick up an extra set of plates in this pattern, since HomeGoods currently carries it. But they have a whole dish line, like the small plates, the big plates, everything with this pattern, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So, and you can see there's like a little witch. But anyway, so I was like extremely excited to find that, because that's very cheap for something that nice and with minimal damage. And last but not least is this absolutely beautiful, and I really love the shape of this too, apothecary jar. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It is just dirty. And it is $1.99. I cannot believe that I found an apothecary jar of this size, and like one out with the stand and everything, unbroken, undamaged, not missing anything, for $2. That's absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen them. I've either seen them, they're really scuffed up, the lid's all chipped, something like that, and they'd be close to this price. But even then, sometimes they're not even that cheap. They're like $5. So I saw that, and I don't really need another apothecary jar, but for that cheap, I couldn't pass it up, because the likelihood of me finding another one at that price is very low. Alright, well, that's about it. I will probably do at least one more witchy and less haul-related video today or tomorrow. I'm off work tomorrow, so it might end up being by then. And I'll try to keep you updated. I have seriously like 15 books coming in the mail that are all pagan books. So I'm probably going to be inserting them into either haul videos or into like update videos or something when they do eventually arrive. Alright, well, you guys have a wonderful day. Blessed be.